Hey everybody, welcome in. I have been busy over the past probably, I would say 12 hours. Anyway, I started last night and this is what I've created. I probably should have been filming all along, but it's never too late. So we are going to create one of these little journals on camera, and if we have time, because I don't want it to be forever, and it shouldn't be forever because they're really quick to put together. If we have time, we might decorate some of them. So anyway, this is what I came up with. And these digitals are from, I believe, the Digital Collage Club, which is making and creating the Digital Collage Club. And I believe this is from Etsy from last year. And then because these are so popular kind of in my shop, I did another little dragon journal and decorated it. So I will show you that one as well, and how to create a little paper bag journal. So let's get on with it. So what you are going to need is, let me take these out, and well, before we get into what we need, let's flip through one of these little journals. So basically I created some, unbeknownst to me, this is how it was gonna come out. I thought they were gonna come out red. So this is just this, it's right here, this seam binding, the Hug Snug. I don't know if this is the Hug Snug brand. Obviously it doesn't look like it, but anyway, it's seam binding, 100% rayon, and it's 100 yards, and I just buy white, and then I color it as I need it. Normally I color it with alcohol markers, but I was feeling a little frisky this weekend, and I made my own alcohol sprays. I was going to make mica sprays, and then I decided against it because I didn't want to get that messy. So anyway, I made my own alcohol sprays. So it's basically just alcohol, and there are, and you use permanent markers. There's many videos. I was going to do a video, but honestly, there are so many videos on how to make your own alcohol sprays that I just didn't feel the need to do another video, so I did it. So what I did was I took the red and I bunched it all up in this little container. So I bunched my seam binding all up in this little container, and I sprayed it. And then because I wanted it crinkly, I thought, okay, well, let me just scrunch it all together in a little ball, and I'll put like little teeny rubber band around it, you know, kind of like tie-dye. Well, it came out tie-dye. So it went in this color and it came out this color. So I still think it's very pretty. It's just not what I set out to make, but I really like it and I think it's cool. And so yeah, that's what I used. So that is how I did it. The seam binding and the homemade alcohol inks and this little tray, and I squished it all up, and that's how I got my tie-dye crinkled seam binding. So anyway, that is what this is. And then this, like I said, I believe this is a digital from making and creating the Digital Collage Club. These papers, oh my God, I did it upside down. Oh my goodness, that's funny. I did it upside down. Of course I did, because that is just the day I'm having. I didn't even look at this before I started the video. That is very hysterical. So I guess I'm going to have to take this off and redo it. But that won't work because I'm going to have to rethink this. So I'm going to have to take this off, which now it's hot glued down. And anyway, it's supposed to be this way. So let's do it this way, and we'll figure it out in a second. That's funny. And I know you're all laughing at me right about now. So yes, I still make mistakes. You know, that is what it is. So anyway, it goes like this. And so these papers are from a Etsy seller from last year. So it's a whole bunch of Valentine's papers. So I used them in there, and then this is just a little tuck, and I'm going to glue it here so that it's a little tuck and just decorate it here. So yeah, I just put in, I think there are 9 pages, maybe 10 pages, just all sorts of random stuff. And this was all, honestly, kind of within arm's reach on my desk. So this is a Crasher stash. The only thing that was not kind of already printed was the papers. I did not have any from last year. This is hysterical. I think this is hysterical. So the only thing I reprinted from last year, so I guess it's kind of a Crasher stash because I really didn't buy anything new, is this paper. So anyway, we'll get to this in a minute, people. That is very funny. So I did that one, and then I did this little one, which I thought was super cute as well. So this one is like 5 by 5, sort of like 5 1/4, not even 1/4, 5 1/8 by 5 1/8. It is honestly from Amazon packaging, and I just cut it up willy-nilly. I don't kind of decide what size I want. I kind of let the envelope decide what size I'm going to do my journal as. But let's see if this one's right side up. It is. Good. Okay. Well, I didn't do all of them upside down, so that's good. So yeah, these are, and like I said, this is just kind of crushing my stash, what was on my desk. I did pull out a couple of pages that were in my closet. I wanted some different kinds of paper, so I went in my closet, which is sort of near my desk. But anyway, so like I said, just a little Crasher stash. And then I got a new stamp or a wax seal, and it says embellishments for days on it. I got a custom wax seal. So anyway, I'll be putting that in my journals from now on. And honestly, if somebody wants to, they can pick that off and put something over it to kind of cover it up, or they can just cover it up. But I wanted something different. So I came up with the wax seal idea, and so yeah, my journals are going to have that in it from now on. So I like it. I thought it was fun. And like I said, if people want to cover it up or pick it off, they can. So, and this is vintage seam binding that I got from Goodwill last year sometime. And I just found it when I cleaned up my craft room. So yeah, that was fun. So there's that one. And then this one, let's hope this one is right side up. We'll see. We'll see if this one's right side up. Hopefully, yes. Okay, that one's right side up. Oh my goodness, it's not. Look at that. This is upside down. We'll have to rectify this, people. Like I said, I was doing these really fast. Now I'm laughing at myself, and hopefully you're all laughing with me and not cringing. At least the hearts are right side up, so we can always do something with the upside down paper. But anyway, that is very, very funny. That is very, very funny. So 2 things upside down. I try, people. I try. So we'll have to do something about that. I'll cover it up with something so that it's not upside down. But anyway, so these are just the little journals that I put together this, like, just really over the past couple of hours here. So yeah, let's get on with I'm still laughing that stuff was upside down and I'm showing it. That's very funny. Okay, so what you are going to need is packaging of some sort. This is a bubble mailer. Just, you know, yeah, obviously Amazon bubble mailer. And then, or you can also use these recycled envelopes. This one happens to be one without the padding in it, so that's really kind of fun. So it's just kind of crinkly. So, but I am going to use this bubble mailer for the demonstration purposes. And I am going to take my straight edge, and I'm just going to open it up. So basically you just come in and you're just going to, oh, I might need to, there we go. I might need to cut my, or my knife might be dull a little bit. I've been using it quite a bit. Okay, so you're gonna split it down each side where it's put together. And you should be able to get 2 journals out of one of these. Well, I shouldn't say you should. You're going to be able to get 2 journals out of this, unless, of course, your journal is big. So you might even be able to get 4 out of this. But sorry for the noise. I don't know how to do this without the noise. So then what you're going to do is split it here. So I'm just going to take my ruler and split it down the middle. Okay. Split it down the middle. And then you're going to have 2 halves. Let me put this back so I remember where it is. Okay, so then you're going to have 2 halves. Now, really, it's just deciding how big you want your journal. These are 4 by 6. So you're going to cut it 6 by 8. Okay, because you're going to fold it in the middle. So you're going to cut your piece of 6 by 8. This one, like I said, is 5 by 5. So we might... that would be fun. We might be able to get 2. No, that's kind of, well, what do you think? Ah, the mini journal. I think I'm going to make it a little bit taller. Let's see. What are we getting? What are we getting out of this one? Yeah, I am going to make this one just a hair bit bigger so I don't waste tons of this. So let's see. Let's split it. It is, let's see, 10 and a half. Yeah, so it's 10 and a half. So if we cut it in half, that's 5 1/4. So let's do that. Let's cut it right in half at 5 1/4. So let's do that. So 5 1/4 is here, and hopefully we get it straight. You know what? I'm gonna, because I'm silly, I'm gonna get out my handy dandy. Sometimes this doesn't work though, and that's why I tend not to use it, but I'm gonna try it. So let's try it. So this is a pretty straight edge. So I'm gonna go 5 1/4 on this. 5 1/4. So I'm gonna go 5 1/4. And then, so because it's the squishy bubble mailer, sometimes my, and it's gonna make a liar out of me, sometimes my blade doesn't like to cut all the way through, and it definitely doesn't like to cut all the way through the ends, but it did. It's gonna make a liar out of me. So anyway, now you have this. Oh, Leo's here. He is gonna be making noise pretty soon. He did just eat though, so he probably shouldn't be making too much noise. Okay, so we got 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, and I'm just gonna even up this edge. So I'm just gonna even up the edge. So let's put it here. We're gonna go 9 on the 9, and then I am going to use my knife for this one. So yeah. So like I said, people, you can make these any size you want. I just like these little journals because they're quick, they're easy, they're very cute. I'm making them for Valentine's Day for my Etsy shop because I didn't want to commit to a big journal. I just couldn't. I just didn't have after the romantic flip-flop journal I just completed. I was kind of burnt out. But I still want to continue to craft, obviously, but I just need to kind of get some momentum back after that journal. That took tons and tons of work, and I just want some fun. So anyway, now we have 10 by 5 1/4. Okay, so we have 10 by 5 1/4, which means we are going to use the full width. So you have an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, okay? Or if you're using 12 by 12, whatever sheet of paper that you're using. I happen to be using 8.5 by 11, but we're gonna lose some because we have a white edge. So let's cut the white edge off. And I am just, honestly, using scissors to do this. Like I said, I want this to be quick. I want these journals to be super quick, something you can throw together without a lot of time or thought. So, yeah. Okay, let's cut the white edge off. And then we're left with just about 11 by just about 8.5. Okay, so you're gonna do this. Like, no, I'm serious, like, no, not a lot of measuring. So we have, this is perfect. This little edge is perfect. And then we just need, to mark it here. So I'm gonna mark it just right there. And just right there. Okay, so like I said, I do not, if you know me by now, if you watched any of my videos, I hate to measure. I will, but I hate it. So I eyeball stuff all the time, and then sometimes it comes out and sometimes it doesn't. But I think these little journals come out pretty darn near perfect without measuring. So we're going to use this on the front. So, and then you're going to get your, I use Fabri-Tac on the fronts of these because of the plastic. The Fabri-Tac just seems to hold better. I've tried rubber cement, I've tried the Elmer's, and I've tried the, oh my goodness, Elizabeth, think, art glitter glue. And I feel like the Fabri-Tac works best on these plastic envelopes. So what I do is I really, really lay it on kind of thick. And then I will show you what I have found. So we're going to lay it on kind of thick. And I have found this little, I got this at the Dollar Tree. It's just a little silicone, brush, really. It's for makeup. It's in the makeup section. And then I just paint it. You have to do this quickly because the Fabri-Tac dries kind of quick. So it grabs fast and it kind of dries pretty darn quickly. So then you're just gonna fold it over, and you have a little bit of leeway with the Fabri-Tac, but not tons when you're spreading it out as thin as that. And then you're just gonna do this, flip it over. You're gonna get your scraping tool. You're gonna scrape it on really burnish it down. Don't be shy. Don't be shy with your burnishing. Like seriously, really scrape it down, especially because you put that Fabri-Tac on so thin with this that it really does need to be burnished down so that it doesn't come off. Now, you should be good with that. So, yeah, we're pretty good. We're pretty good. We got that off a little bit, so we just have a little bit on that side and a little bit on that side. So now what I'm going to do is there's a couple of ways you can do this. Now, because we cut this one 10 by 5 1/4, we didn't have a lot of stuff to fold in. So these, what I did was I cut it, obviously it was 8 by 6, or yeah, it was 8 by 6. So I was able to have a whole inch around the 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. I was able to have a whole inch around, which gave me a 1/2 inch at the top, a 1/2 inch, and a 1/2 inch on each side. So I was able to fold it and get a nice mitered corner. This one we're not able to do that with, which means you are going to see kind of this edge. For me, that's okay. Just know if you want to fold it over, you are going to need it an inch bigger than your base, okay? But because we're working with 8.5 by 11 and the size that I cut this and the size of this envelope, we do not have an inch, you know, we don't have a 1/2 inch on each side. Now you can do it like this. And basically what you're going to do is I'm just going to flip it over like so. Like so. I like to do it this way, and I'll tell you why. I like to do that. And I like to do this. So you can squish it in there a little bit and get that 1/2 inch to 1/4 inch. Now this top one is kind of really tight on this. But it works. It works. But just know if you cut it your page bigger, then you are able to get a nice bigger edge to it. Does that make sense? Am I making sense, people? I don't know today. I was up super early this morning and I've been doing a lot today. I have been doing a lot today. Okay, so you're going to have a tiny edge, tiny edge, tiny edge, tiny edge. Just know, judge it, okay? I can't give you measurements because this is off the cuff. And it's, like I said, it's going to be determined by the size of your padded envelope, okay? So then all you do, so now you have a nice kind of right angle here. And what I do is I take my little scissors and I go like this and I cut like this, okay? So it's a nice little edge like here. I don't measure, I just do a nice little rounded edge like that. Now leave a little tiny bit on your corner so that you get a nice point. So you get a nice point. Okay. Okie dokie. So like I said, Fabri-Tac, Fabri-Tac, Fabri-Tac. And then you're gonna fold it over, fold it over, fold it over. Like I said, we're inching this. We're inching this because of the size of this, but like I said, you can play with your size. You can play with your size. This is just a rough guesstimate. And I could have left, I should have brought it down a little bit further so that the top and bottom were even, but I did not because, you know, Liz doesn't like to measure, so fly by the seat of my pants, crafter. I was watching the other day the Half-Ass Crafter. I loved it. I thought it was hysterical. I love her name. I was cracking up. Like, that is me. Like, just, obviously you can tell by stuff being upside down. I work fast and usually it comes out okay. Sometimes it does not. So then we're just gonna glue that. Yes. Glue string. That is the only thing I hate about the Fabri-Tac is the glue strings. Drives me crazy with the hot glue too. Oh, and I have to tell you a hot glue story. So when I was doing, which one was it? It was, where is it? Oh my goodness. It was one of these. Where am I going? Oh, here it is. It was the one that's upside down. It was this one. So this is potato sack. You know, the bag that the potatoes come in. That's what this is. And Liz thought she was going to be super smart and use her hot glue gun. And yeah, it's plastic, people. It melts. So it was this big, and then it went and shrunk down. And so yeah, that was my moment with that. Obviously upside down, and then okay, so I have that, and then we're gonna do this one, and then we should be good with this. And then now you can judge if you want, like I did with these. I did sew around them. I think it just gives them a nice finished edge. And I am gonna sew this one only because this is so little and I want it to grab. Like, I want this to last. So I am going to wait for that to dry. And you have to work with this. This plastic material does not like glue. I've used many different glues on this, and Fabri-Tac is the best, but you can see it doesn't like to grip. So you just kind of have to keep working with it. Like, this is not, you know, like I said, it is a fast craft, but it's also a, you have to be a little bit patient with your edges here. I'm just gonna do some more. I'm gonna get my little pad out here because my hands are starting to get sticky. I'm gonna do that right in there, get that right stuck down. And yeah, so we're gonna let that dry, and then I will I'm gonna let it dry. I am going to sew it, and then I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So that took about, I would say about 5 minutes. Like, I let it dry, and I just caught the edge of it. So now it's all caught all the way around, and so that's not going anywhere. So at this point, we need the inside sheet. So let's choose this little XOXO pattern. And I, once again, eyeball this. I cannot give you I can give you exact measurements for this journal, but because your pads are going to be, your padded envelopes are going to be different sizes because they make them to fit the product that you buy. all your envelopes are going to be different sizes, and you can cut them the same if you want to. And like I said, I did make 2 4x6 journals, but this one is just a little bit square-ish. I made a little square one. I like the random sizes. I do. I like the random sizes. Okay, so we are going to, I'm gonna cut that more. I don't like all that white showing up here. So I'm gonna cut that down. Hopefully semi-straightish, you know, once again, let's use my cutter. Quickly. Okay, so then we have this. Now you can choose to go all the way to the edge, and you can also choose, if you want, to sew these together when you sew, if that is what you would like. I do not want to see the inside of my stitching here, so I am gonna do this, and I'm gonna judge it by here, and I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. So basically I'm just folding it up to the edge of the paper here. Okay, so I matched it up here, and I'm folding it to the edge of the paper here, and I'm just making a crease. Okay, just making a crease. Oh, got a little off on that one. Bring it up just a hair bit more. Just a hair bit more, and bring it up. Okay, so look at that. I'm gonna take our ruler, and we are going to put that in the crease, and then we are gonna tear. Maybe. Oh, if we can tear correctly. Now I can't even tear correctly. All right, let's see. I'll get it. Perfect. Well, sort of perfect. Sort of perfect. I don't mind the little rough. If you mind those little rough edges, you can snip them. I don't mind the little rough edges. It's a junk journal. So we have this, that. Perfect. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. We are just going to cover that stitching and give it a little crease. Hope you can see what I'm doing. You can. I'm going to move it up just a hair. All right, so see that crease? Now, if you want and you're fancy, you can do it without the ruler, which I'm going to do now, and watch, I'm going to rip it. So, I'm not going to do it without the ruler because it's not going very nicely. So, now the other thing you can do is you can get your tear ruler out. If you have one, you can get your tear ruler out and make like a deckled edge. And I just made this one. This is from Dollar Tree. This is a plastic ruler from Dollar Tree, and I just took my wood burning tool and I just melted it. That's what my tear ruler is, and it works great. I love it. And this one's nice and sturdy. I wouldn't do it with kind of a flimsy plastic one, but any kind of plastic ruler will work, and you just kind of make different, yeah, and you can go down as far as you want, up as far as you want. That's great. So that's what I did with that. But this is going to be a little, I'll make sure this is, okay, this is up, this is up, this is up. So yeah, there we go. We have a perfect fit. So what I like to do with this is bend it first. Put a nice little crease in it. And then I like to bend this one and put a nice little crease in it. And this one's a little bit, oh, I love that noise. I love these little journals. They're so much fun. Fun little noise. Okay. So crease that good. Okay, so this is this side up. I have to remember this side up and this side up, and then you put the crease in the crease like so, and then you should be perfect. This might be a little bit bigger. It is a little bit bigger, but all right. So we are gonna take we're gonna do this, like I said, eyeball it. Take a little bit off. I'm going by the O's here, and the little side of the X's, even though they're different. Okay, let's see if that worked. See if that worked. See if that took enough off. I think we're gonna take another little bit off. So you can take as much or as little off as you want. I just tend to kind of, like I said, eyeball it at this point and just keep taking little, the tiniest sliver. Look, the tiniest sliver off at a time. And this is only if you don't want your stitching to show. So yeah, I think that did it. Okay, so once again, let's make sure we got right sides up. Perfect. So what I do at this point is I take a little clip and I clip it. And this is so totally off there. Okay, make sure it's straight. Okay, so we have this little clip. And this is when I take my Fabri-Tac and I go to town with the Fabri-Tac. And I get it right in that edge. All right, I got enough Fabri-Tac. I think that's enough. And then my little tool here, and I zhuzh it all the way to the corners and all the way in and to the corners. And so what this allows it to do is obviously get everywhere. So I don't know if you can see how kind of wet that is. So then you're going to keep your crease. Oh, sorry, that's my hand. And you are going to push down, get your little burnishing tool, push it in the middle as best. So you're going to really, really crease that middle and then push it out and fold it and make sure you're burnishing it down very well. This is what I've learned doing these journals, doing these little covers, is that you have to burnish it down really, really, really well. Okay, so now you have your cover. It's sticking out a little bit, and that's okay. We will fix that. And then mark this. So then we take this side, do the same thing. Lots of Fabri-Tac. Lots and lots of Fabri-Tac. Okay. And got that down. We'll get our little silicone spatula. This is getting gooed up. I'm going to have to take some of the Fabri-Tac off of here soon. Oh, I got a little puddle. Little piece that goes over there. And so I bring this up to meet this like that and push it down. And then once again, burnish your middle, and then, so it doesn't have to be perfect, people. Like I said, I got a little bit of stitching showing here. That doesn't bother me at all. These are handmade books. You have to remember that. If perfection is the name of your game, then I don't know if junk journaling is for you. There is nothing that is totally perfect in this world. And okay, let's see. see, let's burnish this side down again. Okay, so it's a little crooked. It is. Even after all of that, it's a little tiny bit crooked, but I don't mind it. So there you have it. There's your cover. So that is, and then what I do from here is I get a little tiny pair of scissors just so I'm not cutting the edge. And I go in with my little tiny scissors. My little teeny tiny scissors. And I go in and trim it up. A lot of times I don't have to do this. And then, like I said, you may have to go in with some more Fabri-Tac and tack that down. But I am going to come in actually a little bit further just so it's not sticking out without getting the edge of the top thing, so you're not opening it up. Oh, this is like doing surgery, like seriously. Oh my gosh, it's so tiny. So tiny. My old eyes. Okay, there we go. All right, so then we have that edge, and then I'm gonna come and see we're just a little off on this, and I'm gonna start here. And I am just gonna follow that edge right along. Well, maybe. No, I can't do it that way. I do have to do it this way. I'm gonna follow that edge right along. Open it up just a hair. Now, if you were good, I am not that good. You could use your straight edge and ruler, you know, your craft knife and ruler, and do this. But I have found that when I do that, I always open up where I don't want to open up. And I'm just going to snip that little corner. So there you go. Perfect. There you go. There's your inside. There's your outside. So yeah, and then it is just a question. Let me clean this up a little bit. Where's my other little clippy? I'm gonna get this off to the side here because I'm just full of stuff right now. Okay, there we go. So I guess I only had one clippy. So now it's all just grabbing what's on your desk and starting to build your signature. So this is kind of a little too short. So we have a lot in there. We have a lot of room on that one. So I probably wouldn't use this size. This is for the 4x6 size. But you can use shorter papers. You can use longer papers. You can use... So I do have this, and that is a perfect size. Look at that. That is a perfect size. Could be a hair bit longer, maybe. If you like your pages to go right to the end, then a hair bit longer. But I'm gonna start with this one and call it good. And I'm actually gonna measure this piece, or these pieces. I'm gonna measure these pieces and see what they are, and then we will, and I'm gonna leave the jagged edge. I like the jagged edge. I do. Let's measure this. So this is 9 by, let's see, 9 by 5, 9 by 5. Sort of 9 by 4 3/4. So 9 by 4 3/4 is what my journal is gonna, my pages are gonna work out to be. So 9 by 5 3/4. I think. Did I say 5 3/4? Oh my God, did I say 5 3/4? 4 3/4. 4 3/4. Yes, 4 3/4. Oh my goodness, I better write that down. This old girl I'm telling you. So here, oh my goodness. So here is my bin of goodness. So I'm going to start taking out some papers. Now, I do not have any scraps. I have gone through my scraps. So I am working with full sheets. So I have that. And let's get another, is there a crinkly one? Here, we'll use this one. And then maybe one more. Do I have, oh, I have this. That'll be good. And then I think that's all I have in this bin is, yeah, that's all I have in this bin that'll go in there. So I am going to take some of these, and this is another digital that is from Etsy that I'm going to use on some of my stuff. So now I'm just going to take these 3 pages. So these are the same, just opposite colors. I'm going to take these and I am going to use these as well. So we are going to take our paper trimmer. Well, first off, I'm going to do this. I'm going to cut this edge off. For my printer does not like to go all the way to the edge. This is what you get when you get borderless printing on my HP printer. So I love it. I absolutely love my printer. It just leaves ever so much of a slight edge on the border. So we just take care of that. And like I said, these are going to get cut down anyway, so take that off and take that off there. Okay, so rough chop there, a rough chop. All right, so now we are going to take this and see, what are we going to do here? Do I want to use that sideways? Maybe sideways? I think so. I think we'll use it this way. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to use this as a short page, okay? I'm just going to fold it in half this way. I'll fold this edge a little bit. And then I think, let's see, I think if we fold it in half this way, will that work? That's pretty darn near perfect. Yes. In half, put a little bit on the top and a little bit on the bottom. So we're gonna do that. So we're gonna slice it in the middle here. And we're just gonna take these 2 pages and I'm gonna slice a little bit off the top. And we will call it good. So see, I really, like I said, I know this seems like tons of work, but this is the simplest little journal to kind of create. It just takes a while when I'm on camera to do these, but honestly, they really take me when I'm not talking and when I'm not, instructing you guys on how to do it. Really takes me about 25 minutes to put these together. And 2, I was not prepared with my papers. So we have 2 short ones and then a long one. I only put about 10 pages in my journal. So yeah, I put about 10 pages in my journal. So I am going to do this. I'm going to put these aside. So we have those 2 pages. And then what did I say? 9. So I'm going to put this aside too. Put that back. So I said 9. All right. Now I'm just not talking to you. I'm sorry. I'm thinking, people. I'm thinking. I don't want to make a mistake, and I want to get this correct. So that's that. Okay, so this is sort of not directional. You can go either way on this paper. So that's good. I can't screw it up. So, and I'm trying to do this. Okay, so this needs to come out. Let's see. We got it. There we go. I always figure out. I never figure that out correctly. I don't. Okay, so we said 9. 9. Okay. And like I said, if these aren't perfect, it's kind of not a requirement that they be perfect. And we said by, let's see, 4, did we say 4 3/4? So we are going to go to, let's see if I can, hopefully I'm in frame here. Well, we can set that aside now. All right, so 4 3/4. So yeah, let's do that. Give it a little extra for good measure in case I screwed it up. So obviously don't get rid of these. Don't get rid of those. So yeah, all right. So now just a point of folding them. So, and I don't know if you coffee dye your own paper. If you do and you have this dust left, I usually leave it and then wipe it off as I go. I save all my baby wipes, my baby wipes that I wipe my glue off with and stuff. If I have, you know, if I need a wet baby wipe, I save them and put them in this little tiki cup. And that's what I use for my glue, dabbing up, you know, my glue when I dab it. And so after a while, you do have to throw them away, but I feel a little bit better using them a little bit more than just wiping stuff up with them. I try like heck not to use tons of baby wipes. I used to use baby wipes all the time, and now I've been really pretty stingy when I use my baby wipes. But okay, so this one's a little bit off, but that won't matter. And this one's a little bit off too, but that won't matter once we get it in the book. Okay, let's see how many pages we have now. So we have, let's see, 1, 2, let's see, 3. I'm gonna put that in there. So let's see, is that, did I do that right? So yeah. All right, so 4 3/4 is just a little too short, but that's okay. I don't mind some of my pages being short. And then we'll do that one, and we'll do this one, and then we'll do this one, and then we'll do this one. Nice. So yeah, and like I said, people, there's no wrong or right way to do this. Don't get so hell-bent on being perfect, because they always come out fun. So see, I don't mind all these kind of sticking out and this sticking out, and I kind of like them like that. So then we have, let's see, how many pages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 pages. I'm gonna put one more page in and call it good at no. Let's get the coffee dust off. Let's get the coffee dust off this one. Okay, so I'm gonna put one more page in like this, and we'll call that good. So like I said, make sure, right, wrong, make sure the words that are supposed to be up are up. Okay, I think I don't have too many words. Oh, I do. I have a couple of words in there. So, all right. And I'm going to move this to here because I don't want this in the middle. So I'm going to move that to there, and I'm going to move this to the middle. All right, so make sure you get all your pages to where you want them to be and lined up how you want them to be. And then you are going to put them in the book like so. Let's see, do I have some. I'm going to take this down by a little bit. I am just a hair. And I'm gonna, let's see, line it up. I'm just gonna, let's see if I can do it. I'm gonna take that one off. I'm gonna take this. And I'm gonna line it up from the bottom. And I am just gonna take ever so slight, like ever so slight of a top off these. Just a little tiny bit. Just a little tiny bit. Little tiny edge. Okay. And let's see how that works. And then we're going to put this in the middle again. Put this in the edge like so. Let's see how that works out. We're still a little bit tall. I can live with that. We'll push it down a little bit. Make it, there we go. Yeah, I can live with that. I like it. Okay, I'm glad we took that edge off. Everything goes on the floor. If you know me, you know. I clean up at the end of the day because oh, that was loud. Oh, I can't be bothered to clean up in the middle of the day. So, all right, and then I just clip, and I hold it, and I clip here, and I'm just going to do a 3-hole pamphlet stitch on these for quick, and I'm going to get my bookbinding cradle out, and these, my son is making some more of these, and they will be up in the shop, so within the next couple of weeks, I'll get some more book cradles up in the shop. So these are fabulous. He 3D prints these for me. I try to make them as affordable as possible for you. So basically your book goes into here like this. And then you take your awl, your pokey tool, your awl, whatever it is. And I'm going to go right in the middle, and it goes right through. And I'm going to pick it up a little bit. And then I'm not going to move it, and I'm going to go right to here, and I'm going to make another hole, goes right through. Not going to move it. I'm going to go right here and make another hole, and it goes right through. So basically you have it nice lined up with the edge, and if you want, it'll hold it too. So that's fun. You can do that. Then I'm just going to get my wax thread out. I've been using this more lately. I really like it. I got a whole ton of it. I think I might have got this on Temu, but don't quote me on that. If I can find some, I might, like I said, I may have gotten it on Amazon. Anyway, if I can find something, if I can find some wax thread, I will link it. I used to use embroidery floss, and then the wax thread, I feel like is just so much nicer. It goes right through your pages, nice. So yeah, so anyway, you're going to take it like this. You're going to go through the middle, and now that you have all your holes there, it's perfect. You're going to come and leave a little tail, and I hold it with my thumb now, and then I go through this one, and sometimes it's a little tricky, but usually if you use this, clamp it, and you should get your needle going right through your holes, and it is really easy. And then it goes through here, and call me a liar now. Nope, goes right through. There we go. I was going to say, it was going to call me a liar. I know, because that's just how my day is going. So then we go up through here and then through the middle, and try not to split your thread. See if I can do it. I'm actually going to go back through here and just make this hole a little bit bigger. So then you go back through the middle. Okay, back through the middle. Try not to split your thread. And you're going to go, so this one is on this side. This one needs to be on the opposite side. So let me do that again. So this one needs to be on the opposite side, okay? And then you're going to bring it up. And you're going to make sure it's tight, okay? Make sure it's pulled tight, not crazy tight. Don't rip your book, but just tight enough where it's holding your things in. And then you're going to go one way. You're going to make just a knot. And then you're going to take the other one and you're going to go the other way with this one and make a knot. And there you have it. You just made a journal. So like I said, these are quick. Haha, quick. It's probably been like 2 hours. I haven't even looked at the time. It has. It's probably been like crazy amounts of time for me to make this one little journal. But like I said, I work much faster when I'm not talking and when I'm not telling you guys how to do this. We're not going to decorate it on camera, I think. We'll save that for another video. But there you have it. You just made a small little journal from Amazon packaging and digitals, and you have cute little journals for Valentine's Day, and then you can decorate them any way you want. And I said I was going to decorate, but I'm not, because this video will be tons long if I decorated it. So I'm going to leave you at that. Thank you. If you stayed with me this long and you stayed through the craziness, thank you so much. If you like this video, it really helps me out if you give me a thumbs up so that I know to continue making these videos. If you really like my video, you can subscribe because that helps me too. I'm almost at 200 subscribers, which I cannot believe. I will probably be doing a little bit of a giveaway at 200 subscribers. So if you, like I said, get any value out of this video, then let me know it. So thank you for sticking with me, and I'll catch you in the next video.